What's up, everybody? I'm Madaker, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3. I wasn't going to do a stream today, but since someone told me that I would enjoy the rest of Chapter 3, and because I have zero self-control, we're going to do it anyways. As you can see, I was doing Chapter 1 a bit, going through some more of the conversations of the game. Let's get back to where we're supposed to be. So last time, the unthinkable happened. Angie died. Angie was brutally fucking killed. And actually, like, this one made me uncomfortable. Sup, Retra? How you doing, dude? This one made me uncomfortable just because of all the fucking mannequins. I hate mannequins. I hate dolls. I hate both of them. Angie was starting up her own fucking cult for some reason. And that cult was, like, severely taking over, freaking me out. I don't like cults either. That's another thing about me. Just a weird personal thing on my behalf. I don't like cults. Alright. And I hope that it will dissolve now that Angie's dead, but it looks like Kibo's going to take over as Supreme Counselor. Let us pray for Angie. Let us not fucking pray for Angie, Kibo. Why don't you just fuck off, dude? So that Atua may guide her soul to the gates of heaven. Atua, please take care of Angie. Can we just all fucking chill? Hey, why did it end up like this? Didn't Angie have Atua with her?
You don't know?
Clearly, she didn't.
Weird.
Well, that's not true. Andrew say Atua always by our side. We don't have any time to be talking about this. Instead of talking about Atua,
Right?
yeah, we gotta talk about which one of us is the culprit and win this killing game. Wait, this is a part of the killing game?
That's right.
What else could it be? The fact that Angie's dead can only mean one thing. One of us killed her.
No way!
But why would someone do such awful thing?
What?
Is that really what happened? I don't know, maybe because Angie's fucking leading a cult and was gonna get us all killed. What's up, guy? Also, she was trying to bring someone back to life. I forgot about that little detail. Apparently someone could come back to life for some reason. I don't know how that's possible.
Huh?
Could it be?
It's possible that the culprit who killed Angie wasn't one of us, but why would you even begin to assume that it wasn't one of us? Unless she fucking succeeded in bringing back Rontaro, and then Rontaro immediately killed her and is now hiding somewhere in the school, which admittedly would be a fucking excellent way to win this game. So if Rontaro really is the killer, smart on you to just immediately kill someone and then just fuck off and hide. But, like, wouldn't he be required to go to the trial? And wouldn't, by the fact that he showed up at the trial while he wasn't part of the investigation, wouldn't that immediately make him guilty? You don't know how this one happened, you just know who it is. Alright, well, don't tell me anything, Retra. You know how this goes. Oh, a vomit-soaked entrance, how novel! And the puke is green again, too. That's a pretty ominous sign. Why did another murder happen? What's the deal, Monodam? I thought you were gonna make everyone get along. Don't worry. Overcoming this will bring everyone closer together. That has been the case so far, yes. This bond gets stronger with each class trial, does it not? Murders are necessary to bring everyone close together. But how? So, let's get started. Conduct a friendly investigation. Then we will have a friendly class trial. We must distribute these first. Oh, look, the Monokuma file. I wanted to be the one to pass it out. Didn't you want to do it too, Monofini? By the way, I've been thinking, you guys should knock off all this killing and dying. Dying is, like, so lame. Living is all the rage these days. Wow, what fucking great advice. Monotaro. Oh, more green puke. That's just really unlucky. I hate them. I hate them so much. Only Monodam is the cool one. Monodam's awesome. The rest of them, As there is no use complaining, we are better off beginning our investigation. So everyone, we all know what we need to do, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, by the third murder, we should all be pretty used to dead bodies.
Wait!
No, not Gonta. No way Gonta ever get used to this.
No.
Trust me, you don't want to get used to this. No one should get used to this. That's nice and all, but it seems pretty insincere coming from an assassin. Let's start investigating. It's not like we have any other choice.
You're right.
That's true. Alright, how much you want to bet it's going to be Maki? No, not that it's going to be Maki, but that everyone's going to think it's Maki. I'm going to have to defend her ass in this trial. But still, it's strange. This is a bizarre setup. 4 wax figures, effigies of the dead hung upside down in the room, and in the middle, Angie's body in a pool of blood. Certainly appears to be some kind of ritual. Alright, bro, I'm counting on you as my sidekick. Let's end this nightmare together. Okay. Yeah, but are you feeling okay, Kaido? We seriously don't have time to be talking about this. No way we're gonna die here. I'm definitely gonna find the culprit. Like... The culprit? Is it really someone among us that killed Angie? I get how you feel, Sugami, but do you have to repeat that tired old line every time? Oh, that's not it. I mean, could this have been the work of the transfer student? Huh? Angie prepared the ritual in this room to resurrect the dead, right? And she made those wax dolls hanging upside down as part of the ritual. Maybe the ritual succeeded and the resurrected person killed her.
Hey!
What? Shut up already. It's her fault, telling scary stories out of nowhere like that. Saying messed up things like that. Kaido, are you alright? Sure. Sorry, Shuichi. I need to get some fresh air. I'll leave this to you and Maki. Do a good job, you guys. Ooh, Maki's gonna be my crime scene partner. Kaido left, still a bit wobbly. Do a good job. That coward has had a lot of nerve bossing us around. Maybe that wasn't the best way to phrase it, but he just wants to encourage.
Jeez.
You've clearly settled right into your sidekick role.
It's okay.
I don't need him to give me orders. With so few people left, I can't afford to sit down anymore.
Well...
So, where should we start? We should check the Monokuma file first, right?
You're right.
Yeah, let's take a look. I really like this game. This game is doing a good job of like making you get close to every single character. I always felt in the first game, some characters were like scooped under the rug, and only like maybe 1 or 2 characters besides your character was fleshed out. But this one does like a good job of like fleshing out everybody. I mean, Himiko could use some more work, and so could Kibo, but I mean, besides them, I like every other character in this game. Alright, the victim is Angie Inaga, the ultimate artist. The body was found in the ultimate artist's lab. The time of death is approximately 2 in the morning. The cause of death is a stab wound to the back of the neck. The forehead also has a laceration. Ooh. Oh, that's not fun. Alright, we got the Monokuma File 3. The Monokuma File included the time of death this time. 2 a.m. Everyone must have been asleep. We probably can't rely on witness testimony.
What?
So the murder happened at nighttime after all. If everyone had followed the student council's rules like Angie and Atua said. What good will saying that do? The culprit may be one of the student council, yes?
Why?
A member of the student council! That's... We should go and figure that out. Let's start investigating and solve this mystery together.
It's impossible.
I can't. Himiko? I can't do it. I can't investigate Angie's body. But if we don't make it through the class trial, then everyone will die.
Whatever.
I don't care anymore. What?
What a...
Surviving and everything else. It's too much of a pain.
What was that?
Then why don't we just use your magic to revive Angie?
Please stop.
There is no time for your mean-spirited taunts. Reviving her is clearly impossible.
Is that
We cannot say that with certainty, no.
Huh?
Excuse me?
No.
Well, of course, resurrecting her is impossible, but I know of a way we can speak with Angie.
You see.
We can summon her spirit with a seance called the Caged Child. Ooh, a seance. Seance? What are you talking about? Cut it out already. Yeah, this is no time for jokes. Oh, I'm serious. This is for our investigation.
Huh?
For our investigation? If we speak with Angie, we can ask her who the culprit is and bring this case to a swift close. First a resurrection ritual and now a seance. Are you messing with us? I would appreciate it if you didn't compare it to Monokuma's foolishness. Seances are genuine occurrences. They are written of in literature the world over. In fact, I myself have participated in seances a great many times. Many times? On top of that, we have here a rare chance to perform the legendary seance, the Caged Child. It would be foolish to not take advantage of this, yes? No matter how you put it, now's not the time for something... Oh? I suspect the only way to confirm your earlier theories by performing the seance, yes?
What?
My earlier theory?
Therefore,
The possibility of the culprit being the resurrected transfer student. It is not wise to go into the class trial with such outlandish theories in one's head, so to prove such a thing impossible, I think it best we consult Angie herself.
incomprehensible.
That logic is peculiar, to say the least. Holding a seance to find out about the rituals, so we're gonna fight the occult with the occult.
Okay.
Well, we can't worry about this forever, so we might as well go with the solution.
How exciting.
Okay, I'll help out. I was getting bored of investigating anyway. Huh? I'll help too. Huh? You too, Himiko? If I can talk to Angie one more time, I'll do anything. A seance or whatever it takes, I'll do it.
Well,
I'll help out as well. I can't leave Himiko alone.
whatever you want.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Okay, I will. So now we have 4 participants. Kokichi, Himiko, Tinko, and myself. However, the caged child requires 5 people. We're still 1 short. Fine, then Keyboy can come too.
You're right.
I guess we can't be picky.
Right.
Why am I being forced to participate and being treated like a burden?
Well then.
So then, we need a place to perform the seance. Where shall we do it? How about your lab?
No.
No. In order for the caged child to succeed, the room must be as dark as possible. My lab has windows, so turning the lights off won't make it quite dark enough.
Then,
Then how about the empty rooms?
That's
Empty rooms? The one on the 4th floor? There aren't any windows there, so if we blow out the candles, it should be pitch dark.
yeah.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
listen up.
I agree with Himiko.
Tell me your
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use?
Then,
The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
I see.
Very
Yes.
well. I shall begin the preparations at once. I shall have your 4 help as well. Let us carry all the necessary equipment from my lab. Are you really gonna do
Do
this?
you understand?
This is for our investigation. I said as much, did I not? We need to use all the effort to discover the culprit, lest our lives be lost. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm calling it right now. The Kyo is suspicious. Kyo, Kokichi, Kibo, Tinko, and Himiko all left the scene. He just took away 5 of us. People who could be investigating, people who could be doing actual evidence, and he's going to take them on a seance ritual? And look, I bet you that only he'll be able to actually commune with the spirit. It's going to be bullshit. Bullshit. Are they serious about the stupid seance?
But-
Perhaps this is part of the investigation in their eyes. We should go with it. In any case, I should focus on what I can do, with what the ultimate detective can do. Look at this. Barely any of us are investigating the actual crime scene now. Alright, Miyu, what do you got for me? I need your sharp eyes, Miyu. This busty brainy beauty has us all figured out. You mean you know who the culprit is?
what was that?
The culprit? Fuck that.
Hey,
Shuichi, do we really have time to be listening to her? Hey, wait, goddammit! Are you just gonna ignore my genius idea? Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me, listen!
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell you. You better thank me for this.
you know.
I know you're all dumber than fleas, but even you get how weird these wax dolls are, right? They are strange. Are they for ritual or another purpose?
Well then,
But I figured out just with one glance, these are diversions.
Could it be?
Diversions?
listen up.
Yeah, the culprit used the wax dolls to distract us from something.
Got a minute?
What do you mean by that?
What?
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Homo's job?
I knew it.
I love you. You're a waste of time. Maki turned and walked away. I can't say I blame
What
her.
was that?
Huh? The hell's her problem? She on the rag or something? So Angie made these wax dolls, huh? Their resemblance is pretty uncanny. They say the devil's in the detail, you know? Let's just see how detailed these really are. Hey! Miyu tried to look up the wax figure's skirt. What are you doing? Stop that! What? I just want to see if this doll is wearing panties. What, you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend's a doll now? If you like wax dolls so much, then go fuck the doll already. Mew. I'm starting to agree with Maki. Talking to Mew's a waste of time. Retro, don't give me any hints, dude. Hints are not acceptable. Sugami! I want to solve this with my own brain power, because I'm smart. Because I'm really smart. Already theorizing in my brain what's going to happen, and I think it's Kyo already, off the bat. I don't even need any evidence. I don't need evidence. I just blindly point and say you're the murderer. That's how I do it. I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tinko be the culprit? Tinko? Oh, it's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I had heard Himiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council.
No.
So you suspect Tenko?
Actually,
Because a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into the lab.
oh yeah.
That's right. Angie did allow members of the student council to enter her lab. Yeah, Angie had been shut away here, working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's
That's
voice.
true.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all. It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but since only student council members would have been left in here, so Angie only let in student council members. That would be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsugami. Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious. I don't trust you, Tsugami. I don't trust you at all. Could you be the mastermind? Well, the person I thought is the mastermind is now a dead puddle on the floor, so, I'm taking new applications for mastermind. I honestly thought it was going to be Angie for a while there, but that's obviously not the case. So I'm taking new applications. What do you guys think in the comments? Not you, Retra. I already know you know. All right. What? I can't even look at Kaede's wax doll body. Come on. Oh, Kaede. The door's the lab's back door.
Is this?
The door has a sliding lock and it's still locked.
That's true.
And because no one used this door since we came in here, I believe Angie locked this door when she came in, and it's been locked ever since. Oh wait, what's this? Look, there's something golden shiny on the tab of the sliding lock. Golden shiny. Ooh, the fake sword from Kiyo's lab. Oh, that's another piece of damning evidence in Kiyo's corner. Golden shiny.
All right.
Maki, may I see this for a minute? I want to try moving the sliding lock.
What?
You want to unlock it? Go ahead. Do what you want. I carefully touched the knob of the lock, avoiding the gold parts. I softly said the lock. Open. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Just as I suspected, the lock will slide without much effort. You think it's just going to be Junko again? Whether you lock it or unlock it. This could be an important clue.
Well,
I'm curious about this rear door too, but there's something else that bothers me. The lock on the front door that we used to enter this room. Shouldn't we investigate that front door too? I'm gonna take a closer look at it. Alright, Maki, you do you. Maki walked to the front door. You do you, Maki. I'm just gonna... No, I'll talk to you.
hey,
I just want to confirm something. When we got to this lab, you're sure that the front door was locked?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm positive. I grabbed the knob and turned. You know, I'll be honest. I'll be really disappointed if it turns out to be Junko again. Because the thing that I liked the most about the first game is that the mastermind was someone among us. It was one of the 16 students. Junko being the mastermind in the second game was okay. It just kind of felt like a little bit of a lazy twist to me. But I mean, that's not to say that Danganronpa 2 didn't have its twist. Dear fucking god, it did. But, I don't know. I want one of the 16 students to be the mastermind again. It really is locked.
I knew it.
The front entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open it. Yeah. Click, click, click. Clack. Clack! There! We're level 69. Nice. So he picked the cylinder lock open.
hey,
Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him?
That's true.
It would have been impossible from the outside. The Monocups took the key. Yeah, we already know this happened. Basically, Monodam ate the key.
then,
So Kokichi's the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside, right? Correct. Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from the outside. But someone inside could have opened and closed as they please. So the front door was locked from inside the room.
No.
Not necessarily, I'm just thinking of possibilities. Ooh, Retra actually doesn't know anything past Chapter 4. I think it's Uma. Which one's Uma? Wait, don't tell me I have the technology. The report card. Oh, you think it's Kokichi? You misspelled his name! Oh, Retro! Oh, you misspelled his name! You always give me shit for pronouncing names wrong, but you just misspelled his last name! Look at it! There's no you! At least I think that's the right person. Yeah. But I do agree with your reasoning there. Retro thinks that Kokichi is the mastermind because it would be too obvious to suspect him. So obviously you wouldn't suspect him. I think that makes sense. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I went through all of his conversations too. He doesn't want my life; he wants my heart. You know, and you know what? Right there, right? Actually, Retro might have a good point here. We never know when Kokichi's lying or not. And we get this weird reasoning from Kokichi that he wants us to all be closer together. So, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But in that case, the question becomes how the person who locked the door got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors. Pichu is also confirming that he thinks it's Kokichi. Still, it's strange that the front door and the back door have different locks. The front door that we came in from has a cylinder lock. I always try to say cylindrical. And the rear door over there has a sliding lock. Retro's like, actually, I didn't misspell the name. No, I believe you, dude. I know nothing about Japanese naming. You clearly do know stuff, so honestly, I'll just believe you that I made fun of you for no reason. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked. In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right? It's always a locked room mystery. There's the third trial, no, actually no, the fourth trial was a locked room mystery. But there's always a locked room mystery in these games. There's also usually a double murder, so I'm wondering if the Kyo seance is going to end in a second murder, you know? That would be interesting. Locked, huh?
You're right.
Yeah, cylinder lock keys was taken by the Monocubs, so both doors could only be locked from the inside. But only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking, right? He could have picked the cylinder lock on the front door to go in and out of the lab, so he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Angie.
I remember correctly.
That's true.
That's right.
Also, he appeared at an oddly convenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves. He's clearly suspicious. It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient. Okay. I don't think it was Kokichi. I don't think it was Kokichi at all. I don't need things like evidence to tell me who did it. We all know Kyo's the murderer, alright? You know, every evidence that says that Kyo didn't do it is just false evidence, right? It's just alternate facts, and I don't believe in alternate facts. A murder at nighttime is strange, impossible even.
Why?
Why do you think that?
Right.
Because student council made rule that we know can be outside during nighttime. Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could have happened at nighttime. Do you really think everyone would go along with that rule?
What?
But in Atua's rule, Angie say he punished us if we not follow his rules. But the student council wasn't included in that, correct? They could do what they wanted. Hello, lazy! Angie was also working here at night. Huh? She was?
But...
No way. Student council would never break own rules.
Right.
They should have been asleep in own rooms to set good example to others. Maybe Angie got attacked while she sleep in her room and get brought here. If so, Gonta could have saved her. If only Gonta saw. But Gonta was sleeping. Sorry, Angie, Gonta no save you. I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the student council's rule. I think Gonta is the murderer. Has to be. I think Gonta is the mastermind. Angie's body lying face down in the middle of the room.
What's wrong?
Are you gonna take a closer look? Yeah, I was planning to.
Got a minute?
Then let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. Maki didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the body. She's no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin. And I love her. Her and Mew, they tie for Bay a lot of the times, and it's really hard to tell the difference. Hang your X over Rioma. The 4 effigies hung upside down make the scene particularly eerie. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beams onto the ceiling.
If I
remember correctly, Angie made all of these wax figures. Is the rope from the warehouse?
You're right.
I believe so, and that means they won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes. Maybe the student council should have been blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that we can use for murder. Anyway, I know that these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out.
That's true.
The effigies look exactly like real people. Not just their faces, but their bodies too. The ultimate artist was certainly talented.
By the way,
why is this effigy hanging upside down? Is this part of the ritual? I'm not sure.
what is it?
If it's not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? That is true. What was the point? Right, if they're gonna do this much work, there must be some reason for it. What could it be? Who would do this? The culprit? Angie or someone else entirely? Let's check out the Necronomicon. Oh, the book. Yeah, we already know what the book is. This is the ritual we used to bring back the dead. This was the motive, the Necronomicon.
Hey.
Angie tried to perform the ritual written in the book, right?
Okay.
Yeah, if we look at the book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Let's take a look. What's a ritual? Do you want to talk to the dead loved one again? This simple ritual will return a departed soul to the land of the living. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution, be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual is a success. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. So the ritual was not complete, because if the ritual was complete, we would not be able to have this book. So that rules out, we already have it. That automatically rules out the transfer student. So it wasn't a transfer student. Which means that that Kiyo's ritual is pointless. I bet you it's Kiyo. I bet you it's Kiyo. What? I'm calling right now. What? What'd you say? I said it's Kiyo. So these are the steps for the resurrection ritual. Angie really believes in this crap. It's pretty obvious that you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out. Alright. Kaede! The 4 effigies are hung up with ropes from the ceiling's exposed beams. Why'd you have to stab Kaede? These wax figures are definitely the ones Angie made. But why are they hung up? Is this another part of the resurrection ritual? Or is there another purpose? It would take a lot of work to hang all these up. That implies there was a reason behind it. But what is that reason, and who did it? The culprit, Angie, or someone else entirely? Oh, you're just gonna ignore there's a fucking sword? Oh, okay, I had to look at the sword separately. Also, is that a name tag? No, that's Kaede's symbol on her sweater. Katana stabbed into the effigy. Who did this and why?
About a minute?
Let me see. Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy. Oh wait, this isn't a crime scene, you can't...
What is it?
You wanted to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out. Yeah, it's true, but we have to preserve the scene. Maki paid no mind to my protest and stared at the katana for a while.
Is this...
It's a real katana, but there's a gold leaf on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that was the one on display in the Ultimate Anthropologist lab. Is that so?
Okay.
We can probably assume that this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstain on the tip. The edge is too rusty to cut well, but it'd be enough to stab. But why would they go through the effort of using this as the murder weapon?
That's true.
Good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable weapon.
Could it be?
Perhaps it's because Kiyo's lab is on the same floor, they just grabbed something close by? They may have been in a hurry.
Well...
Or maybe they needed a long weapon like this. A long weapon.
Okay.
My lab doesn't contain swords or any other weapons of this length. Really?
That's true.
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know I don't use swords for work. When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. I haven't used a sword since, which is fine because they're a hassle to carry anyway. I suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Angie's was. But how did they know all this? Anyway, the gold leaf on this katana flakes off easily. It's all over my hand now.
Okay.
It must be pretty old for the gold leaf to flake off that
About a
easily.
minute?
Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them later. Maki scolded me, then stood on the stood in front of Kaede's effigy. I'm gonna put the katana back where we had found it. If it's too hard to watch, look away. Thank you. Kaede! I averted my eyes and Maki stabbed the katana back into the wax effigy. Ah!
By the way...
Even so, why was a weapon stabbed into the wax effigy? A hanging wax effigy, no less. Was it part of the ritual, or was the culprit trying to hide the murder weapon? It's a shit place to hide it. It's a solid gold sword sticking out of one of our dead friends who's hanging in midair. That's a shit way to hide a murder weapon. Retro, why do you hate Angie? Pichu says, Angie dying made my day. Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They didn't even wipe off the blood. Besides, I'm certain there are better ways to hide the murder weapon than this.
What are you talking about?
Then what's the reason for this?
That's...
I honestly have no idea.
Well...
We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there.
Okay.
The Ultimate Anthropologist Lab. Yeah, let's do that. I want to make sure the katana indeed came from that room. Sweet. More evidence. There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck, as well as a laceration on her forehead.
I knew it.
The killing blow was a single stab to the back of the neck, a sneak attack most likely. Then what do you make of the wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind? But her two wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change weapons mid-attack?
Yeah.
I suppose that would be unnecessary.
Remember.
Also, the wound in her forehead looks deep, but it's not bleeding much. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. Head wounds bleed a fuck ton. If you get the slightest cut on your head, it's gonna bleed like a motherfucker. So that means that the wound on her forehead was done after she was murdered. What's wrong, Maki?
Got a minute?
Move. Maki pushed me aside and lifted Angie's body up by the shoulder.
This...
What's this doing crumpled underneath her body?
What is it?
This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here? And there's hair on it. Looks like Angie's hair, though, because it's silver. I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Look, there are hairs stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Angie's, right? Blood tape with... Bloody duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What could it mean?
But...
I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under her body.
So what?
It was partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did.
Okay.
Well, that's true. Or she could have gotten the head wound and used the duct tape to cover it? Well, even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies, so don't beat yourself up over it.
Okay.
Well, then it's a good idea you're used to corpses, Maki.
You wanna
Huh?
die?
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry, joking. I couldn't resist.
Got a minute?
You don't need to apologize. I was joking, too. That didn't sound like a joke, though! It sounded like you wanted to kill me! I don't want to die! Alright. We should be good here, right? Who have we not talked to? We've talked to everybody. Maybe I was supposed to look at the effigies more? Here, let's look at these effigies. For blah 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 blah. Okay, so no, there's no point to that. And we'll just skip through this text. Yeah, same text. Oh, can I look at the rope? No, I can't. The rope is just the same hanging doll thingy. Okay, well, what am I missing? Ha ha! Ha ha ha! It's unlocked, but I think there's still things to investigate here. Well, I guess I'll go die. Let's go back to her body. Maybe the blood on the floor. Oh, I was right. Okay. Third time's the charm. Small pool of blood is emanating from Angie's torso. This can't be from her forehead. The blood's from the back of her neck. This blood is dry. It must have been spilled a few hours before Angie was killed, maybe more. That fits the 2 a.m. time of death listed in the Monokuma file. Angie's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There were several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us something. Let's continue the investigation for now. Maki, what's wrong?
So what?
It's not that important, but the only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Like I can...
Who knows? You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy is useless. Anyway, let's continue. I think we finished investigating everything for now. Also, one thing, I've never mentioned this theory because I think it's just far-fetched and it doesn't mean anything, but I'm confused why there was an ultimate astrologist in the first game. Remember, the very first murder we ever saw, or not astrologist, the ultimate astronaut, the very first murder we ever saw was a student placed inside of a spaceship and then shot into space. I'm wondering what the point of that was, and I'm seriously wondering if that has anything to do with Kaito. Who knows? Maybe V3 is secretly a prequel to the first game. That trial was never explained. It was never explained why, in the very first game, there was just this random scene of Monokuma executing a student via spaceship. So, like, I don't know, just throwing that theory out there. I've actually had that ever since he first introduced himself. I just forgot to mention it so many times. Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need to hurry up.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. First we should investigate the ultimate anthropologist lab. We may find a clue related to the katana. That's true. We need to check if the katana really did come from that place. Is there something wrong, Maki?
Right away.
It just occurred to me. Why am I acting like your partner?
Sure, whatever.
Well, it's just fine. Don't get used to it. It's not as if I asked you, but it's fine by me. It's true that Maki's a tremendous help to me. Oh, okay. Retro's saying that person wasn't actually a student. The first person murdered in the first game was the headmaster. That makes sense. That makes sense. If I remember correctly, the gold leaf katana is from here, but it's... oh, okay. It's just the sheath. Earlier, the katana was inside the sheath.
Okay.
Maki, the gold leaf katana definitely came from here. I'm certain of it.
That's true.
Doesn't that make Kyo suspicious? This is his research lab, after all. Not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken
That's
it.
true.
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab, too. Alright, the dog statue's definitely gone. Oh, what are you guys doing here? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance? You look so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess that is your signature look. Anyway, I forgot to bring something we need for the seance, so I came back to get it. Something for the seance? Yeah, the white sheet over there. We brought the wooden dog statue in the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet too.
What is it?
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet? Don't ask me. I don't know why we need that stuff either. Oh no, Retro, you don't have to apologize for squashing my theory. I would rather not be spouting out random nonsense on stream. That's why I figured I'd do a little research on the seance before I got the sheet. Study? So, let's see. Kokichi took a look around and... I heard it was like some old handmade book? Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. It says the Cage Dog Village right here on the cover, so this must be it. Let's see. What does it say about the Cage Child Seance? Kokichi flipped through the old book he picked up. Oh, is it this page? It's hard to read, but I can see the Cage Child is mentioned here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyo's drawing the same magic circle as the one in this picture. Okay, let's see. In order to perform the Cage Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium, and a dark place with no light.
I remember correctly.
Just like Kyo said. First, draw the magic circle, press onto the Cage Dog Village, off the ground, and center the circle, then spirit medium must kneel, curl like a turtle, and rest their forehead on a stone on the ground. Afterwards, the other 4 participants must put the iron cage over the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet. And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage. Also says we can't step on the magic circle during preparations. The dog god? You mean the wooden statue?
Yeah.
When preparations are complete, turn out all the lights to create complete darkness. The seance will begin when the 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the Cage Child's song. After the song, ask, "Is the Cage Child?" then say the name of the spirit. Spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit, and that's all it takes. That sounds complicated.
But
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say? Whether it works or not, Kyo's been wanting to conduct the seance for a while. Yeah, seriously, he's been talking about it since, like, the first trial. He's been talking about doing a seance. He's been itching to do a seance. Oh, yeah, he said he memorized every word of it, too. That's probably why he left the book here, because he can conduct the seance without it. But is it even possible? Contacting Angie's ghost? If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi? You should see how it plays out with your own eyes.
See?
There's still time, you know. The seance hasn't even started yet.
True.
Maybe it's better if you join them. You think so?
I don't understand.
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. But whether you believe it or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens. As a detective, huh? Yeah, I think you're right. Now you're talking. Well, I'll be waiting for you. Of the 3 empty rooms, we're in the middle one. Sorry, I think my cat's doing something he shouldn't be. Kokichi spoke as though he was inviting me to go play, then left the room. Alright. Maki.
Hey.
You can deal with the seance. I'll head to the crime scene to re-examine the clues. Alright, I'm holding you to that, Maki. If someone says you didn't go back to the fucking murder room thingy, I'm gonna be very disturbed and not happy. Alright. They said the middle room, so I'm gonna investigate the other 2 rooms. Oh, you won't let me investigate the other 2 rooms. I'm too smart. I'm too smart for this game. Something's gonna happen during the seance. And, because remember, there's holes in the floor. There's a hole in the floor. You can get underneath the floor. Someone's gonna get murdered from underneath the floor. And because I can't check the other fucking 2 rooms, you better believe that's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm too smart for this game. I'm too smart. I'm too smart. Because if I was in the left or the right room, I would catch the murderer in the act.
Hello.
So Kokichi tells me you wish to participate in the seance as well, Shuichi. You are most welcome to join us. Is what I would like to say. However, only 5, including the spirit medium, may join. Oh, what a shame. Well, Keyboy, you're out.
Me?
Why me? I agree with Kokichi. I was thinking this for a while. Robots and seances don't mix. They're like toothpaste and orange juice. To be honest, I had the same thought. Your hope was appreciated, Kibo.
Why you?
Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out after forcing me to come? That's why we're apologizing. No one's apologized yet. Fine, or bad. Just don't get mad and start shooting magnetic waves at us. Why would I do that? Stop whining, Kibo. I want to start the seance as soon as possible. Fine, but I won't forget this betrayal, Shuichi. Oh, damn, don't fucking come at me, dude. What did I do? Don't you fucking come at me like that. So now Shuichi has joined us. First, some warnings.
Do you understand?
Do not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the floor. It is drawn with purified salt, so it is easily disturbed when stepped on. You drew this magic circle with salt?
That's correct.
I always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed.
Well then.
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail, but it may also unleash a curse. Got it. I'll be careful. I'm surprised you were able to draw this without even looking at the picture.
Do not worry.
I have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. Of course, I also have the Cage Child song memorized. You must do the same.
Do you understand?
I have copied the words of the song down here. Please commit it to memory. Everyone else has already memorized it. After all, you'll be unable to read it in the dark.
Huh?
We have to memorize the lyrics now? You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to the task. Here's the melody. I listened to Kyo sing the song and did my best to memorize the melody and lyrics. Whew! Alright, I think I got it now. Your memory is extraordinary. You are indeed the ultimate detective. Well then, let us begin the ritual right away.
Exciting.
Yay, we finally get to see Angie!
Then
Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with the girl. Then I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in. No, I'll do it. Because if you're the spirit medium, you won't be able to talk to Angie.
That's right.
You want to talk to Angie, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. That way you can say goodbye to her. And after you finish saying your goodbyes, keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Please. Tinko's gonna die! No, not Tinko! Also, Himiko, let me say this one thing. Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too. And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up.
Yes.
Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. I think you've trained too much. You're probably right. No, Tinko! Seems the two of them made up. Oh, this is gonna get murdered because we're gonna put the sheet over someone and someone's seriously gonna get murdered. So now we've decided on a spiritual medium. Let us begin. Alright, Himko, I'll see you later. And the game is trying to be like, oh no, Tinko won't get murdered. There's already been a murder. No one else is gonna get murdered.
Sit within the center circle.
I'm on to you. I'm on to you, game. I'm on to you. Do the rules say you can only kill 2 people again? It should. Blah, blah, blah. Wow, there's a lot of rules this time. Blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. The game will continue until only 2 students remain. That's a very specific rule that wasn't in the previous one, so I'm curious about that. Monokuma will never directly commit a murder. They didn't say anything about the Cubs, but whatever. Oh, they never specify in this specific game that you can only kill 2 people. Huh. That's always been a thing they specified in every single game, but not in this one. Interesting, interesting.
Please be sure to walk on the path, so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Make sure you watch your steps since it's so dark in here.
Next, you must be as a turtle within that circle.
Don't know what that means.
Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this?
This may be uncomfortable, but please endure it until the seance is complete. Whatever you do, you mustn't raise your head or change positions.
Piece of cake. I have 5-star flexibility.
Swag.
So then...
Starting now, the rest of us must go to work. There are many things left to be done. First, we must place the iron cage atop Tinko. I shall leave that to Shuichi and Kokichi. And please keep in mind, walk carefully so as not to disturb the magic circle. Okay, you can count on me. I may not look it, but I'm actually super duper strong. Hey, Carter, what's up, dude?
I shouldn't have lied. I'm way too weak for this kind of stuff.
It's made of iron.
Damn, Kokichi.
No wonder it's heavy.
Hold on! Don't just drop it on top of me!
I know. It wouldn't be very funny if a body discovery announcement happened during this.
God, because of the heavy cage, she's not going to be able to get up. So someone's just going to stab her repeatedly. I know it. That's what I'm calling.
We cover the basket with a white cloth, right?
I shall take that role. All right. Everything is prepared. Tenko, how are you doing?
Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine.
The final step is to place the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. The 4 of us may need to do this together. The statue is quite heavy.
God,
Even with 4
she won't be
people,
able to get
it's still
away.
very heavy.
Jesus Christ. Tinko, I'm sorry. You don't deserve this. I already know what's going to happen.
No, it is not much more than 175 pounds.
Oh, I'm totally wiped.
I could have used my magic to carry it easily, but seances and magic don't mix.
Shut
Sure
up,
it's
Himiko.
okay to put something so heavy on top of the cage?
The iron cage was made specifically for seances, so it can hold this weight.
Okay. I guess that's fine then.
Now, let us exit the magic circle. Take care to avoid disturbing it. So then...
This is the point of no return, Tinko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Got it.
Alright, everyone remember that, I guess that's the corner. I guess that's the corner Kyo's taking. The corner Kyo's taking has a hole in it. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance. No, you won't. You'll be dead.
then.
The rest of us shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to the one of your choosing. Okay. We each stood in a different corner. Actually,
Now we darken the room.
I think Himiko might be.
Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the
I thought the
candles.
back left had a hole in it.
Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark.
So go back to the corner of the room after it's dark. Okay, got it.
You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps in the floor near you.
Yeah, got it.
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. please sing along with me. Then, I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right?
Correct. I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those.
Okie dokie. Then I'll blow out the candle now.
There'll be a lot of blood if they just stabbed her through the floorboard. I can't see how the person would be able to kill her by stabbing her without getting blood all over them. I walked to the closest candle and blew out the flame. The room instantly fell into complete darkness. Pitch black darkness. So dark I couldn't even see my own body. It's just the back corners. Retro, you're saying all the back corners have holes in them? Overcoming my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to my corner. Then began the singing. Honestly, though,
At long last.
okay, before I continue with this bullshit, we wouldn't, I mean, I'm positive someone's gonna die, but we can't rule it out to just the people doing the seance, because remember the left and right rooms, you can get under the floors from there too, so technically anyone could do it. Kyo led us all in the Caged Child song.
Young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. At mountain's bottom, within the darkness, at last, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be two or just one?
Ah!
Will the guard dog run?
We're just gonna keep singing? We're just gonna keep singing. Okay, this is fine.
Did it eat the little girl? At last, at long last.
We finished singing the song, but thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of it. What was that? It was a large crash. Is the Caged Child Angie Yanaga? He began calling. Now if the medium answers,
Say,
is the Caged Child Angie Yanaga? What's going on? Is the Caged Child Angie Yanaga?
What's the matter?
What's wrong? Why won't Angie answer?
hold on.
Himiko, I was very clear that you were not to speak, yes? But something's weird. Why won't she answer? Maybe it failed?
Let's see.
Let's light the candles briefly.
Huh?
What? Is that okay? Just for now. Confused, I walked back to the wall of the castle. I managed to strike a match and light the candle once again. Oh, I see blood. Hey, what's going on? Did it really fail?
That cannot
That
be.
shouldn't be the case. The seance was perfect.
What?
Is Angie not coming? Is that Tenko still in there? Tenko?
I see,
Yes. I told her that she mustn't speak until the spirit enters her. She follows orders well, but how about we let her out for now?
Hold on.
Wait. Dark arts such as this need to be started and completed the same way. Those who move objects from the magic circle must be the same who brought them in. If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body. Seeing how this was a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around, but whatever. So that means Kyo will be the one to remove the sheet. Just like setting up, Kyo instructed us how to clean everything up. We were careful to remove everything exactly in the order Kyo
Now?
directed.
I will remove the sheet.
Kyo pinched the fabric gently and pulled it aside. Damn.
Perhaps.
Something is amiss. Himiko ran towards the cage at a sprint. Himiko, I told you not to step on the... but she wasn't listening. She jumped into the cage and... Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up, and... Wait! Himiko lifted that cage all on her own? Himiko just fucking lifted that cage all on her own. It took both me and Kokichi to lift that cage, and she just fucking went whoosh. What? I knew it.
Really?
Who would have thought there'd be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Monophanie's green puke was predicting this tragedy. Oh, the puke's color's normal now. I guess it was predicting this. Everyone, please assemble in the seance room. Tenko! Oh, that wasn't fair. The second body discovery announcement played. It didn't take long for everyone to come running. That wasn't fair. Tenko? Seriously? What is this? How did this happen? Tenko, Gonta's so sorry. Gonta no could protect you. Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting the seance. What happened?
Well,
I don't know. What's happening? Alright, Retro's saying that the rooms wouldn't be connected, even from underneath the floorboards. I'm surprised too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation. I guess for now, you should maybe start the investigation right away.
Say.
Before that, I would like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tenko, yes? Huh?
If so.
What happens in the event that there are two murders by two people? What if there are two blackened? Whether we need to find them both at the class trial?
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that's a good point. What would happen in that scenario? Oh, what happened? Monodame, what would happen? What would happen? Why do you look lost too, Monodame? I thought you were gonna run things instead of Daddy. I never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do, really. I don't know. Oh man, they're all disorganized. If you can't decide the class trial's objective, then we won't know what to investigate. Father always knows what to do. We should ask him for help. Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us. It's our fault that Daddy ended up like that. Huh? It's all your fault, Monophony. Daddy, help. We don't know what to do on our own. We gotta use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal. That won't work. Father is just an empty shell now.
That's right.
That's not true. Anything is possible with the power of love. You don't understand that because you've never been loved before, Monodam. Daddy, I love you, so please go back to normal. I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart. Aw, you're making me blush. What? I'm back! Were you good while I was away?
Thank you so much, my adorable, darling cubs. With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy my relaxing vacation.
Oh, that tickles! Father's intense love is getting me all soaked.
Daddy, your tongue feels amazing.
Ah!
Awaken anything in me.
Ah! No! I never want to hear that again!
No.
Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to relax. Normally, most companies won't even let you take time to go on vacation. But I was able to do it. The secret is just to leave whether you get permission or not. Wait. So who's Baldy then?
Yeah?
Oh, that's just a part-time. Oh, just a part-timer got to cover me while I was gone. Here's your pay, like we agreed. Now take it and get out of here. Huh? I thought you were supposed to be relaxed. Okay, well, we're never going to speak of that again. Now that that nuisance is out of the way, what were you guys talking about again?
Yeah?
Oh, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served. First come, first served. The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target. In other words, if the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste of a victim. Oh, I'll add this to the school regulations so you can review it later. I'll also update the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate this murder, too.
Father!
Boy, everything's going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leaders gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision's just the worst. Daddy, you're glowing. You're glowing like a lamp. Oh, Monodam's not happy. That's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. That's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. He just left behind while he just left us behind while he was saying he never lets us go. That's why he's amazing. Why do I gotta read this? I don't want to read this. Please lick me some more, Daddy.
So long. Farewell.
I want to die. Because those words came out of my mouth. I want to die. So to make sense of all
Listen
that,
closely.
if both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer. But we don't even know if there is a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True. We should investigate Tinko's death as well, just in case.
How exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit.
God, you're fucking psycho.
Shuichi!
Shuichi, this is bad. This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tinko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now.
No.
So this is where you need to step up.
Listen up.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright!
Alright, then let's check the Monokuma file first. Carter, you fucking fuck. You did not record me saying lick me more. Ah! Lick me some more, Daddy! The victim is Tinko Shababashishibubishubudid, the ultimate Aikido master. The body was found in the middle of the empty room on the 4th floor. The time of death is approximately 11 a.m. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck. Again? A stab wound on her neck, the same as Angie's cause of death. It doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse. Curse?
Jeez.
God, not again. Curse!
Hey!
Ultimate couple!
What? Curse?
Kaito, calm down.
No way there's a curse! Don't screw around!
Look at her, she's blushing.
Do you want to die?
Look at her, she's blushing. How cute. A dull sound reverberated through the room. Yes, hello, can I help you?
Are you okay?
Oh, she just punched him.
My bad.
My bad, Shuichi. I'm starting to feel bad, but for a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Maki roll. Oh, he likes her so much. Kaido left the room still a bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
Correct.
True, we haven't had time to mourn Tinko's death, as our own lives are at risk. That's true, but Angie and then Tinko? And to think earlier I was suspicious of Tinko. I'm sorry, Tinko.
Can this be?
It all Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again. Tinko's death caught us all off guard. Everyone was panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder, because I'm a detective. Isn't it a little suspicious, though, that Tinko gave that really nice speech right before dying? Isn't that just very suspicious? It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to. Go to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay? No, that won't be necessary. Yeah, that's not necessary at all. Huh? Why? Show him, Kibo! Show him your new power! New power?
His eyes lit up.
Oh dear Jesus.
Ruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
His eyes
Just
can
leave
glow.
it to me.
Terrific.
I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Oh, that's sweet.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
Sick reference. Damn, he just fucking lights up this whole room. Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Kibo's flashlight function has been added. I love that. If the magic circle Kyojin on the floor, well, at least it was, it's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable. Was this Strum assault? Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt. Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous. Ridiculous? I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my body. Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
so what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Caged Dog Village document.
Hey.
Isn't that right, Kyo? He seems depressed. I suppose it makes sense. Oh my god, he became a flashlight! It's the white sheet we used for the seance. If this was placed on top of the cage, Kyo was the one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back, look, there's a bloodstain on it, right in the middle of the sheet. But no hole in the fabric, which means Tinko wasn't stabbed through this cloth. She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. Kibo, the few hundred-pound flashlight. During the seance, the wooden statue was placed on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly.
Kyo says it's about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you ever touched a woman besides your mother? What? 175 pounds is about the weight of 2 girls? About the weight of 2... Are you sure? What?
I'm kidding.
Anyway,
Is this...
if this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Kinko wouldn't have been able to get out of it easily.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. It didn't sound like you were killing earlier. Hole in the corner. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still. A hole. Looks like there's a space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there.
Got a minute?
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
Okay.
Right, let's do it. I can't look at the cage, can I? No. Oh, Himiko, this is the worst for you. Himiko! Hey, Himiko! Be strong, Himiko! Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's gonna break! But she's not talking. It's like Himiko not even here. She must have been really shocked over Tinko. Let's leave her be for now. Okay. Oh, that's just not even fair for you. You lost 2 of your good friends.
Why?
2 of your good friends so quickly! First Angie, then Tinko.
Can this be?
Gonta's so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends? Well, let's investigate Tinko. It is been moved. But I mean, that makes sense, right? They would have to have been stabbed somehow. There's a rock next to Tinko's body. This must be... yeah, it's the stone. Tinko she had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. Yeah, you're right, it's not in place, Retra. It's one right under Tinko. Why is the floorboard loose?
If I remember
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance. Why would it come loose during the seance?
But-
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose. How big is that cage? How would they have been able to get the floorboard up if it was underneath all that heavy shit? Tinko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound into her neck. The wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance, but we did hear that loud noise. What was that loud noise about? Would Tinko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain? Her death might have not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out. What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty. Well then, that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. Well, there was that thing underneath the floorboards we were looking at. Alright, we're level 71 now. Kokichi. Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. Alright, well, fuck you. This investigation is over and shut, and it's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Now then, Cunt Fu's killer is obviously one of these stupid assholes who signed up to do this bullshit seance in the first place. No, not necessarily. Huh? Seriously? The seance was clearly set up to lure in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her? So you believe that Tinko was killed during the seance? There's no other possibility, shit for brains. God, you don't even know that? It's true Tinko was alive before the seance began. Tinko answered Kyo, so at that point she was most certainly alive, but then the candles were relit. She had already been killed. That means she was killed in the dark, I'm positive. What time exactly was Tinko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be an important point on this case. I should have been paying more I should have been fucking paying attention to who was singing. I should have been paying attention to that. I wasn't. I bet one of the 4 people stopped singing, and I didn't even notice. Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? The floorboards aren't nailed down, they're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. They've only been laid on top, that's why they're unstable. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy, I can't imagine they come loose easily. But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could do it easily, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose. I said things that made Tinko look suspicious, and now this? I'm sorry, Tinko. Cry later. Huh? Crying will bring Tinko back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit, for Tinko, for all of us.
I guess.
You're right. Tinko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. Carter says that all of them were singing at all times. Retra, if you want to go back and see, you can. Alright, what are we missing? What are we missing here? Obviously the candles. Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light in this room. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles it's pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tinko in complete darkness? Not a bad question. Not a bad question. Gonta, you got anything to say about this, you bitch?
Why?
That's not true.
Yeah. We already fucking know. We already fucking know. Alright, what am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Who am I talking to? I have talked to everyone. I have literally talked to everyone. Maybe I missed something at the body. Probably the pool of blood or something like that. Ah, the cage. The killer could have moved in song, that's true, but you think you'd be able to pinpoint in complete darkness where they were singing from. That's the cage used in the seance. It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
Okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tinko with the cage.
Hey,
That's not true.
is this...
A blood stain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tinko's blood, yes?
That's true.
Yeah, I imagine so. The spatter must have been made when she was
What do you
killed.
mean?
Which means Tinko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tinko went under the cage before the seance. Guys, we've already established she died while she was in the cage, okay? If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right?
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That's a possibility. How? 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 Huh, interesting. I thought I already looked at the circle. Yeah, I did already look at the circle. Oh, I haven't talked to Kyo yet. Fuck.
That cannot
Why?
be.
Why did this?
I knew it.
Kyo, I know the murder's pretty shocking.
Of course.
I'm shocked about that as well, but why did the seance fail? We performed all the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned by that than the murder.
Yes.
Retro says no one stops, but Kyo is the loudest at the one directly before and after the thunk. Thank you, Retro. You are awesome. I mean, Kyo was my main suspect anyways. Because think about it. Here's what I was thinking. Alright, I actually had this clue. You might have heard me go, oh. Kyo... Oh, I think it was Kyo. I definitely think it's Kyo. Kyo has memorized... Okay, so here's the thing. Yes, one way to have murdered Tinko was to get underneath the floorboards, crawl underneath them, and then stab her. But another way to do it is to walk over the circle, lift up the sheets, and then stab her from on top. Actually, the evidence might be able to see... I wonder if it can tell us if she was stabbed... Victim was stabbed in the back of her neck, not the front of her neck. Now imagine, if you're coming up through the floorboards, it's possible to reach your whole arm and then get them from the back, but it would be a lot more practical to just stab right through the floorboard, right? We had that happen with Teru's case back in Danganronpa 2. So if she was stabbed in the back of the neck, the easiest way to have done that is to lift the sheet, stab right through the cage, lift up. The lifting up action would have caused the blood splurt to fly upwards. And since Kyo has completely memorized what the circle looks like, he could have easily stepped over it without ruining it at all. Also, remember, Kyo was the one who asked, if there's two different murderers, what happens to the second murder? I'm wondering, maybe Kyo wasn't the murderer for Angie's death, but he's definitely the murderer for Tinko's. I think he murdered someone because he was hoping that with this... I think he was hoping that he could escape with the other Blackened. If there is another Blackened. We don't know if he's Angie's killer or not, but I'm almost damn positive that he's the killer for this one. Oh, if we perform the Caged Child again in some Tinko spirit this time. Cut the crap, just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
See, yes.
True. It may be best to move past what happened, to know why the seance failed. Whatever, just hurry up. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tinko, the spirit medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tinko, and after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god on top of the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles. Finally, we all sang the Caged Child's song. The seance should have been completed, but... now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. Now, I can't tell you what the thunk is about. At all. I cannot tell you what that was about. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. That was pretty loud for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something. And then what happened?
Yes.
And we called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took the white cloth and... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it... her body rolled over. It sounds like Tinko was definitely killed during the seance. But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then why was she killed?
Well, that's...
Oh, yeah, that's the problem.
I see, yes.
You think the thunk was from the cage dropping as it was lifted up by the loose floorboard. But that's like... that is a shit ton of weight. I mean, Retro, you're right, but that is a shit ton of weight. It doesn't say how much the iron cage weighs, but the dog statue weighs 175 pounds. Huh. There was another problem. And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out. Maybe someone moved from their corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. Maki never wanted to pull her punches.
Hey!
Maki, we finished investigating up here. Perhaps we should check under the floor?
By the way,
It's pretty dark down there. What should we use for light?
True.
Well, let's bring a candle. With Kibo's light from up here, that should be fine. Then I'll go get a candle, remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Alright, got it. Now, I will say that my Kyo theory has a lot of the evidence makes sense, but not all of it. So therefore, it's hard to present that as the real theory. Look how much everyone weighs. I mean, obviously, Gonta would be a good choice, but dear God, Gonta moving underneath the floor would be something. We don't know, yeah, we don't know how deep the floorboard is. I guess we can look. Obviously, it wasn't Shuichi. Kiba weighs 200 pounds, but Kyo also can't lift for shit. The best answer would probably be Gonta, to be honest. Or maybe Kaito. Pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we made our way through the hole under the floor. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours. Alright, then it could have been Gonta. Let's look around for clues. It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, is that a fucking sickle? Jesus Christ, people. Dried blood? Why is there dried blood here? Look, part of the crossbeam that supports the floorboard is cut out.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboards, and the portion missing is about the same width too. And from what I can see of it,
That's true.
it's broken off naturally. It wasn't broken off naturally, this was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is why? Another cross piece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion's missing. So what purpose does this serve? The floorboard underneath Tinko's body is loose, and the cross piece supporting has been cut. The culprit did all this, why? Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboard. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tinko's. There's blood stain on the ground underneath that loose floorboard, but it's far from where Tinko's blood was dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here? Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too. You're right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard. Did Tinko's blood splatter here when she was killed?
That's true.
I wonder, I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
But these blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. Interesting, interesting. There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it. The blood on the sickle is fresh. This must be the murder weapon. This came from my research lab. It did? A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes, too. If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches. And since Tinko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself. But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tinko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tinko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question. Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
That's true.
Perhaps after killing Tinko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floorboard in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. If they went under the floor to kill, it could be anyone. Oh, there's a candle. There's a hole to the next room. Some of the wood is corroded and is broken off, so you can see to the next room. This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's no wood along the wall. This part is rotted away. Looks like natural rot. This hole isn't made intentionally, but I can get into the next room through here.
That's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in there. They could have used light, like we're doing right now. True. They use a light to move around the floor. Is that possible? Yeah, wouldn't we be able to see them? Maybe not.
Is that alright?
Maki, you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust. They said you could move around on all fours, so if you lifted the cage by using all of your limbs and pushing up with it on your back, that would be a lot easier than pushing up with it with just your arms. After Maki and I crawled from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation.
By the way,
We only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise? What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tinko have different killers, then the blackened we need for the vote is
You're right.
the culprit for the first murder, the culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
then
So instead of investigating Tinko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
But
But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way, but if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. I bet we're gonna figure out who killed Tinko first, and then that murderer is gonna say, well, I'm not the blackened because I only killed Tinko. I didn't actually kill Angie. When I came out to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I ever could imagine unfolded. What? What? What the fuck is going on?
It's a lie!
I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time for this shit. I am a fucking grown man trying to figure out who killed my friends. I don't have time for your shit. Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror? What are you doing? Oh, sorry. I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
why?
Okay, so what are you doing? I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard. You stepped through a floorboard? Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
got a minute?
If you're gonna lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything. Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting the floorboard, so I kind of stepped through. What bad luck. Crosspiece was gone. Does that mean... No! No, we haven't had enough time! We haven't had nearly enough time!
Confidence, dreams. That's what the killing game is all about. Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes. Baseball, soccer, mobile games. They're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
Oh my god. I guess time's up. Oh man, it's because of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something. What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought the document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. This is probably a shot in the dark. I just want to compare the two pictures, you know? Whoa. It's too messed up. Kyo perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the same exact way as in this picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools, too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but, I'll tell you about that later. At the class trial, so, see you there! Damn, he's gonna be fucked up during this trial. Kokichi left, the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. Let's go too.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes. Alright, let's head to the trial ground. God damn it. For a second, I really thought we were gonna have a 3-murder spree. I was about to lose my mind. I was actually really excited. I mean, I was sad because... I was actually kind of sad about Kokichi dying, but, like, at the same time, I was really excited. I was like, oh my word. Let's just fucking transport. I don't want to fucking walk in these hallways. These fucking bullshit hallways. Here. Ah! Wait. There we go. To the trial grounds. Hello, everybody. It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us. Less friends mean it that much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, Gonta do his best to help. I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaido idiot level. Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaido? Yeah, I'm feeling better now, but wow, Maki roll short as pack a punch. It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far. I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine. These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Acceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please. Please lend us your power.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all. She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also...
So what? Robots can believe in God?
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
minute?
How long are you gonna say that now for? Atua and Ghost don't matter right now. Yeah, the trial this time's gonna be tough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap. His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Right already.
No, he didn't. Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something. Huh? What should I say? Here we go! God, how many of those things is he gonna destroy? Sweet. Alright, back to this bullshit. As usual, we walk toward the elevator in silence. As soon as we remaining survivors stepped aboard. Oh, man. We descended. Perhaps because there was the elevator seemed to move faster, and so we fell faster and faster downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it? Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Mana damn sad. As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth, let's hurry up and get this started. At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. The 3rd class trial is about to begin. Angie Yunaga, the ultimate artist, she created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try and prevent the killing game. Then Tenko Chababara, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew she hated the terrible killing game even more. The 2 who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? 2 different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find out the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. Ooh, he flat out admitting he's gonna lie this time. Ooh, baby. All right, let's save. Yeah, Pichu, Tenko, and Angie were murdered, unfortunately. Oh. Alright, guys. That's going to be enough for this time. I'm actually going to be streaming later tonight. I just have to go somewhere right now. Around 10 or 10:30, I'm going to pick it back up. I was actually, depending on how far I got, going to ask you guys if you want to see a horror game of more of this. I was actually going to say if you want to see a horror game or more of this, but honestly, we're in the middle of a trial, and I need to know what's going on. I need to know. Who killed Angie? Who killed Tenko? Same person, 2 different people. Why? And Are we gonna bring Kaede back to life or fucking what? Please? Can we just bring her back? Can we just bring her back, please? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you want to see me play something else. Please leave a comment telling me what you want to see me play. I know some people keep putting stuff here in the live chat, but sometimes I can't read it all. So if you want to put it on the comment on the video at the end, that would be great. All right, so around 10:30, we're gonna pick this back up, and I will see you guys there. Bye. The game's taking control of my mouse, so I can't actually stop the streaming service that I'm using. So, bear with me. Amateur hour! Amateur hour over here! There we go. Alright, guys. See ya.